Hey, Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming in and out weekly out here to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, aka daughter of Babylon, America. So with that, want to wake up the hopeful elect out there. Start off from the tribe of Judah all the way down to Issachar. And we want to give the salutations, to the hopeful elect out there scattered among the earth. And we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Hakadosh. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and all the Akim out there. So, Shalom.
Ensure your survival. Well, we know money is going to be useless. So what could you do? Well, you could, for one, pray to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai and establish a network with your brothers. That way, you're all together. And it's more of a survival thing. Because you're not going to be starving like these other people if you're calling on Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. I was watching Brightburn. I took a nap and I was watching Brightburn. That man basically took everything that he wanted.
Yeah.
So, the spirit's gonna change in you. You're gonna be like, man, I'm starving. Then you're gonna go take food by force. You're not gonna take a grocery bag. You're gonna take burn that baby up. But you're gonna do it because he's taking care of you. But you gotta take care of your promise. So survival is important right now because food shortage is gonna happen. I don't even know if there was a day in this week where there wasn't any thing that affected the food supply. Because there's been plants getting burned down, eggplants, chicken plants, pig plants, beef plants, a bunch of plants. And it's alarming because there's not that much at the grocery store either.
Prices are up.
Yeah, prices of foods are going up. Prices of gas is going up. Prices of clothes is going up.
Shit, I went to get an alignment for the van. That shit was $90.
Oh man!
And I seen that $5 box to talk about, and now it's $8 instead of $5. This shit's going high though.
And I used to look forward to those $5 pocket boxes, man.
Yeah.
The money, because you gotta save. Before I was like, man, you know what? I'm not gonna eat this. But now it's like it's kind of smart to invest in like making your own lunch.
Yeah, no, it's because it's like 8 something.
And before you know it, it's gonna be 10 something. And I remember the gas is still going up. What do you need to get to work? You need gas in your vehicle. It's Matthew 24 and 42. And I was watching the Apostle Car. He brought a word to my attention. The world, like rise, fall, rise. But it doesn't just mean to rise. It means to get violently, like with force.
Like a revolt type.
Yeah, that's what you do when you wake up to the truth. You revolt. So remember, the food shortages and the gas prices and supply and demand is going to make that dollar inflate. And it's going to devaluate it so much that they're going to have to introduce a new form of currency.
Matthew 24 and 42. Watch therefore, ye know not what hour your Lord doth come.
You don't know. Nobody knows. And you gotta be stupid motherfucker to be in Islam, Buddha, whatever religion. You don't have no God. You don't have no God. And I heard people say that Christianity is full of pussies. It is, but guess what? We're the real Christians. we follow after the Messiah in the real way. Because for you to stay awake, you gotta stay awake aggressively. You don't go to work out and do one push-up, and then you leave, you're paying for that experience. You better do 100 push-ups, and then some. And you better do squats. So right here when it says, therefore stay awake, so, you know, all these things are happening. You can't go back to sleep. You know, there's no way that you can go back to sleep, because if you do, you're gonna get taken over. Constantly. Because if you have to wake up violently, you go to sleep with more violence. If you're asleep, there's more violence waiting for you. Because you're not gonna expect it. It's like back in the day when we used to go cruise, we used to wash our cars by hand. Wash our car by hand, dry it. And we used to go cruising. But nobody expects to rain. So you finish washing your car and it starts raining. And there's mud on your car. You get mad. You didn't expect it. You weren't prepared. So what happens now, look at all these cars, they're pretty clean, but they're really dusty. Every morning the dust gets piled up on them. So just like that, you have to wake up, because every day something prophetic is getting piled up on you.
Yeah, stay ready.
You gotta stay ready, because these food shortages are no joke, man. We were talking at work, and these motherfuckers at work are in the spirit. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna have to take my Nova and my gun and just go fucking murk and rob folks for their groceries. And that was prophetic. Oh, and I watched the movie The Northman. That movie is prophetic too.
Oh, yeah.
We have to get into that spirit. Like they're all getting into it, but we're not gonna do no crazy shit like that. It's gonna be something far more important than that. We're gonna be like this, like praying and praying and praying. Our spirit's gonna change, and then we're gonna be like the one thing, we're gonna turn into a berserker spiritual. You know, all these people are gonna be yelling and screaming and starving. You can't be the nicest guy on the planet if you want to get what you need to get when all this calamity is going on.
Shouldn't get you over though.
We get Revelation 13 and 16. And let's go to Ephesians 6 and start it. So, you go to the grocery store, we're looking for your favorite food, guess what? It might not be there.
People are gonna be buying shit that the brand they never heard of. They're just gonna buy it because it's there.
Instead of buying your favorite, they have Tyson's chicken patties. I love those chicken patties.
Tyson. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They ain't gonna have no more Tyson's chicken patties.
You have this off-brand type of ingredient, type of shit. They're gonna have to go to those. Yeah.
Like the pasta.
Yeah, that vegan one, it's over at vegan. Yeah.
So you gotta prepare. Well, you can start raising your own chickens. If you have some yards, they don't have to need the coop. Some of them walk around and they get big enough to fight off cats.
Yeah, they do. I don't fucking get big too.
So he's gonna cause all the planet to be forced into making this decision. And they already have so much technology out there to eventually understand how it's gonna work. They're gonna start doing miracles. And what that MOTB does is connects neurons. Let's say I got in a car accident and I was terrible. My spine right here got disconnected. The nerves no longer communicate with each other. Oh, they're gonna fucking suit me up with that chip. And then guess what? Those fucking signals are gonna travel the neural link. See, right there. That's all we have to do is explain things to you and start getting it. But these people that are on the opposite side, they're happy about their stuff. They're happy about the neural link, they're happy about the MOTP, they're happy about other technology that helps you connect neurons so that you can move your limbs that weren't able to move. They're happy about it. And you know what? That is a miracle because it's a miracle on the left-hand side. If you remember when that poor man was saved ready for the well, they stirred up so he can jump in and that's exactly what these left-hand siders are doing. They're stirring up that well. And then all their believers are going to get it. Even the ones that just want to open their cars with their door, turn on their cars with their hand.
Yeah. Like fucking just press the button right, turn our turns on.
And switch it.
Yeah.
But see, that's all part of this whole transition. They're going to get rid of the gas. They're going to start using more electricity. Light. MOTV runs on what? Electricity will buy. So it's going to be a perpetual thing where once you get that shit inside your body, I know people, I don't know if they're joking, but you can't take that shit out. It's gonna get in there and they're coated with a special substance that helps the neurons link to it. So they're gonna attach to it. So what are you talking about? You're not gonna take it out.
I was gonna say that shit consider your blessing. The same thing running through their under you.
And that's the blessing. Oh, yeah, thank you. That's the blessing. Because I was watching the movie Morbius, I mean.
Yeah.
And when he was in his laboratory, there was a word up there that I read that caught my eye. It's Luciferian. And that is a chemical thing that MOTB is going to help empower that thing, the Luciferian.
How they put it in movies.
And that movie was about this guy that was handicapped. He took this altered blood from a bat. Now he can see, this is all too much. This is all too real. It's not a joke. I mean, it's happening.
Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might.
You gotta be strong in the power of his mind. Because he's gonna put his spirit in you. Why? Because our spirit's too weak. Our spirit's too weak. If we fell off a building and our arm got broken, our spirit would be jarred. We'd be like, oh.
Our spirit would be down.
Yeah, the spirit would be down. But if you just, I've seen a lot of jakes do it. If you fell off a building and you bounce back up and you get back up and you run away from the cops, you're invincible, right? Like, oh shit, I had to break. And then you start running. And then you might be sore the next day, but you just took a big fall.
Yeah, I remember me and my cousin used to jump off his house. All we had to do was just jump off and roll. Once his feet hit the ground, roll.
Once you hit the ground, roll.
Roll, yeah.
And that's called a tuck and roll.
And it was like, the house ain't the highest, but it was like a house that tall. We just jump off the roof and just do that shit, you know?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, you have the spirit to do it. You were like brave and you were brave. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Man, spirits are going to fail. They're going to be going to work one day and they're going to, this is how it's going to go. They're going to go to work one day. I don't have nothing to eat at home. I have money because nobody has anything to cook for lunch. All these restaurants are going to have, you're not going to have your choices, man. It's going to be less and less to eat, less choices. And then some men are just going to want to kill themselves. They're going to have a family at home, they're going to be like, you can't take the choice of like starting a
Because it says, rather die by the sword than hunger, if you don't mind me getting that real quick.
Get it, please.
Yeah.
Because that's very important.
It's, man, to be dying of hunger, man, that stomach can start to get you.
Yeah, you're going to get that fucking, I'm losing my gut because I'm working out, but I meant to do a big gut. But, man, you don't want to be starving Marvin from Africa with bloated gut.
Bloated gut, skinny arms and legs.
Skinny arms, skinny legs. You're smiling and shit, but you're not happy. You're dying on the inside.
Yeah, literally, like, it's literally.
It's eating you up.
Just Lamentations 4:9. They that be slain by the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these kind ways stricken with one of the fruits of the field. But it says better to be slain by the sword.
Better to be slain by the sword than to be slain by hunger. You don't want to be hungry. Well, shit, you don't want to die from hunger at all. You don't want to be looking at your baby child and be like, if I put some barbecue sauce on him.
Oh, shit.
You know? That shit happens.
Well, like these 2 days right back in Solomon's time, like we plan to eat one other child today and tomorrow we eat hers.
That's right.
I forgot how
So that lady took it back. And then he said, we're going to eat your son today and my daughter tomorrow.
Yeah, something to do with that, yeah.
Yeah, that's how they eat. You got to taste the flesh. You don't just get a taste for the flesh. You got to be fucking almost dying. You got to think in your head, if I don't fucking do something right now, I'm going to fucking perish. Your survival instincts go up so much that you're actually looking. Shit, you're actually might even consider if you're alone. Hey, I'm gonna cut off my arm. Better you cut off the left one because I don't really use it that much.
Yeah.
Start nibbling on it.
Shit.
That's sad. That's extreme right there. But that's the bad we're dealing with. That happened in Masada. When Jerusalem got seized by Rome in Masada, they didn't have nowhere to go. The whole town, the whole place was locked up, and they were after a while they got so hungry, all their rations were used up. You know, they were starting to eat babies.
It's out even in Second Ezra that people will be going up in the mountains and they're gonna start eating the babies and drinking the blood.
But not us, not us. So that should make you think. We're all on the same playing field, but we're not all playing the same game. We're part of the same game, but we're not playing the same game. When you play chess, there's two sides, the opposite and your side. It's your objective to take the opposite king's side. You gotta destroy their army. This devil Esau, he's trying to make the whole world take that MOT so that they, the whole world, now it's talking about the whole world, the whole world, people on the planet, so they don't have to be faced with that.
I mean, they already have it in Jamaica, and Jamaica's not it's like a poverty country though. So imagine they have it. What makes you think they're not gonna have it in like India or like in parts of Africa and shit?
And the worst part
Middle
is,
East.
some countries like Sweden, they already have that shit, and they're not hungry.
Oh yeah. You do? Yeah.
And guess what? Uganda, there is gold in Uganda.
Yeah, I see that. I think worth $1 trillion, right, or something?
20 trillion. 20 trillion worth of gold in Uganda.
You know, Esau's gonna try to get up in there.
That's gonna help stimulate this World War III.
That is all trillions.
20 trillion, and then China is all over Africa. China is all over Africa. They're gonna be like, look, you know this white man did that. Esau. The United States is gonna try to kick us.
Yeah.
The white man that is building embassy. Come on, man, it's like perfect planning.
Yeah, that's gonna stir up.
It's gonna stir up the whole conflict. Because China's not stupid. They're not helping Uganda out because they're nice. They want that gold. Because the only way that they can beat Esau is to have more technology, have better technology, and you have to have money. Let's go back to the Ephesians 6 and get
6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
So this devil, he is setting you up real good. Like if he wants you all to buy electric cars, he might market the price of gas to the point where you don't even want to think about that.
And there's it's evil right there.
If he wants people to be fat, like he did in the 90s and the early 2000s, he'll give you things like super-sized fries, super-sized drinks, you know, shit. He'll make all that fucking greasy and sugary food cheap as fuck.
What was that movie, right? Super Size Me, though? How many, he did gain like 38 pounds, or how much was it? I think more.
And he didn't feel good.
Oh, no, afterwards he threw up.
He felt disgusting. And then guess what? If that's the only food there is to eat, you can cripple a whole nation by feeding them food that doesn't have the minerals and nutrition that they need. You raise a whole generation of babies on fucking Big Macs and shit like that, they're gonna be fat. They're all gonna be fat.
That's what's happening.
Yeah,
You see that shit nowadays, though, too.
and instead of the 100-meter dash, you're gonna have the 100-yard try to dash. You know, it's gonna be disgusting. And they won't even be able to touch your toes. instead of doing 60 jumping jacks, they're going to do one jumping jack, and then they're going to have their asthma attack and their inhalers. Oh, and then medicine. The medicine, that's another part. Medicine's going to go sky high.
Trust me, people depend on medicine like crazy.
Yeah, because if you have a bad diet, you're going to depend on medicine.
Well, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against power, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Spiritual wickedness in high places. Can you get my place? So spiritual wickedness in high places. This is the high place. America it's still the best country. It's still the best country. All these other countries, they might say they got things, but this is the best country that keeping you enslaved. This is the best country that war. How do you stay in war for 200 years? That means you were born, you've been at war. And this is the best country because they can make money out of nothing. The Federal Reserve System is something that is just like this bag. If I were to stick my hand in my bag and then give you guys $1 million each, and I do it every day, where's that coming from?
So they keep printing money like crazy though, man.
Some countries, most countries, if I'm earning money, I'm taking it from someone else. Someone's paying me to get it, and that's how money exchanges. But in this country, I get a loan from nobody. Satan's asshole. He's shitting that shit out. Like, oh, you want $1 million? All right. So it's the most powerful country. Why? Because it gives itself power.
There was given me a rule unto God, to stand, set, rise, and measure the temple of the Most High, altar and all that worship Him.
This is the second time you hear the word rise. A lot of know this is the first time. Well, the second, awake and rise. The sun are like correlating words. So now you got to rise up and measure the temple. So that's the temple over there because, you know, he's part of me, you know, we're part of the Israelites, and he's got a temple and he's got a temple. So we're constantly measuring. You know, I have a measuring tape at work. If I have to cut a door shoe or threshold, I measure the width of the door around the bottom, side to side, and I do my measurement to the cut it, and I make sure it fits. That's what a read is helping. Let's say you meet someone new, and you want to find out whether they're a trustworthy person. So you test it. You say, hey, what would you do if I left my hamburger right here? And I was gone for the whole day. Would you eat it? And if he says, yeah, I would eat it, just fucking left it there. That person is not trustworthy because he neglected the fact that it's your hamburger. Regardless of whether you're going to eat it or not, it's your hamburger. You might want to eat it late at night. So that's how you check to see if somebody's trustworthy. So when somebody new comes up to the camp and say, hey, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, measure them to what the scriptures tell, like, do you believe in reincarnation, if they accept it or not, and that's how you measure them.
Exactly. So this is what I would say to a Christian. Would say, do you believe you're saved? And we all have that experience. You guys come up here and say that you're saved. That guy thinks he's saved. And then I'll say, okay, well, check this out. Matthew 24:13 says, but the one who endures to the end will be saved. And then they have to sit there and battle in their mind. Look at that, Ephesians 6:12. You got to battle in their mind with themselves.
Ephesians 6:12. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Powers and principalities. You're not just arguing with one person, you're arguing with that person and the demon that's controlling that person. Feeding that person thoughts. Because it's hard to battle. You're constantly battling their opinion and their ideas, but they're never going to get the truth as a weapon. So when the previous scripture that we were talking about is, therefore put the armor of God on. You know, you got to put that armor of God on. And when you put it on, you got to make sure that it
accept that, and
can't
they
accept
don't match with the measurement. Though, so therefore,
they come up short or they're too long. See, the elect is something that has to be perfect, because the elect were already picked from the foundation of the earth, the foundation of creation.
yeah, which in Ephesians the first chapter says that
Yeah.
the foundations, it's already ordained.
It's already ordained.
Yeah.
So, you ever been somewhere and try something on and this is perfect, and then you buy it, and then it's perfect. That is that's what the elect is. Like the elect will be like, okay, well, what do you think about this? Oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, it makes perfect sense. I believe. But people that really don't get it, they'll be like, hold on. I don't get it. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense. Not my God, not my Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, that's what
They
they
buckle
do.
up. Yeah.
So, you know, that was my lesson. You have to be prepared. Because all these things that are happening for a reason, for a very good reason. And that's because the end of the world is coming upon us. You know, so you got to prepare yourself and put on the armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And then you have to pray. So that was my lesson.
Yeah, my lesson is going to be about the difference, chastising and judgment, because his brother inspired me last week, though. He said, you rather get chastised by the Most High, right? And so that's what I thought I talked about, because, the judgment of the Most High, man, it ain't a pretty one, though. So that's the thing, though, but it's okay to get chastised, though, because from what in the world they say, you live to learn. You live to learn. That's what they say in the world. So any chastising that you get, you learn from it, from your mistakes, though. So like I said, there's a difference with the chastising and judgment, though. Which brings me on the beginning of Deuteronomy 21, 18, 21. Papa Shah, can you get Job 5, verse 17? Yeah, because like the judgment, though, like I always bring this up. I always think about final destination, though. If the Most High is gonna judge you, like, he could jump off his throne and come, but see, the Most High, when he judges you, he uses things, animals, or people, or even the weather, So that's the thing about it, though. You gotta understand, the chastising from him and the judgment, though. You gotta know the difference, though. So can you get down, Papa Shah? Deuteronomy 21, verse 18 through 21. Yeah. Verse 18. Yeah, because we get chastised from the Most High, it's okay, So it's for us to build up better, though, Because, if you're over here, you can't be soft mode, and then, all these things, what the brother was talking about, all these things happening, though, and you're a soft motherfucker, though. You gotta be, desensitized of what's going on. And what makes you desensitized is the scriptures and his word, though. You gotta wrestle against, spiritual power, flesh and blood, though. Imagine if you're not in the scriptures, though, and then boom, all this happens, though. You're not gonna be spiritually prepared, though. Hey, the biggest motherfucker that you can see, 300 pounds, works out. If he sees dead bodies, he's gonna probably scream like a girl. Hey, that guy wasn't spiritually strong. But for us, though, we're gonna be like, we understand. That was that guy's judgment, that person that's laid up there, Can you get down?
Deuteronomy 21 and 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have tested him will not hearken unto them.
Stop right there. Chasten, right? So they were telling them, hey, stop being rebellious, right? Pretty much giving them a warning, like, hey, we're getting you in trouble, but you don't still listen. We're scolding you, we're revoking you, We're telling you, stop doing the shit that you're doing, though, right? And this kid is not listening, right? So they're getting him in trouble, warning. Yeah. Doing everything they could, though,
Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place.
So they grab, they had to snatch him up. Like,
They didn't.
then he just, hey son, come, let's go. Like, no, they hands, get your ass over here, like a kidnapping type of shit. Throw him in the, you know what I'm saying? Go back then. Yeah, yeah. Like, you know, we're gonna go to the temple, you know?
They probably grabbed him like
Probably hitting him too.
they probably popped his scalp over so hard.
Yeah, yeah. Broke some bones, probably, you know?
Because at that point, they're gonna stone him.
And his kid probably knew it too. You know what? We're gonna fucking take you. He knew that was, you know, he knew. Oh man, that's it.
Sometimes I feel like we have our kids, these days.
Not even kids that are ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, control your kid, man. Like,
It says, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is glutton and a drunkard.
glutton, right? So that word means eats a lot, which means also worthless. You know, and he said drunkard, right? Doesn't mean he was drinking a lot of beer and alcohol. It means that he was just drunk of his own philosophy, just doing what he wanted to do. You know, he wasn't obeying to his parents though. So therefore, he was just drunkard. He was just going based on what he wanted to do. He was drunk off his wine, whatever wine he was. You know what I mean? So that gluten means he was eating a lot. That means he was doing so much though. You know? That's the same one that was.
Shall stone him with stones, and he died. So shalt thou put evil away from among you,
Yep.
and all Israel shall hear and fear.
So, you know, that was that, you know, judgment though. That's the judgment though. They warned him, they didn't want to listen, boom. He got terminated, got fired, got out of this world, you know?
Got really stoned.
Yeah, he got really stoned. So that goes to show, I just wanted to bring this one up though because it shows you from the chastising to the judgment though, you know? So that's you know, things like that though, right? So we get that one.
5:17-21. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh corrected, therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore and bindeth up, wounded, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yeah, and in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And I just want to say that 7 is the MOTD. In famine he shall redeem me from death and war from power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
So you don't have to worry about nothing though. You're in, you know, the hands of the Most High though, you know? Because yeah, you're gonna go through all these things, but the Most High is chastising you. But guess what? He didn't hit you with that judgment of dying from hunger, you know? You went through all this tribulation. So every time you go through something, take it in though. Don't take it in as like, you know? Don't take it in as like, okay, what I'm going through right now, you know, I have to get stronger, you know? You gotta get stronger and stronger though. So he said happy, right? Happy. There you go. You know, he's happy that he's getting chastised though, but at the same time, hey, you got to live another day. You know? But you're gonna see all these people dying from the famine, the destructions, all these things though, right though? But at the same time, you're hungry, you haven't ate in 3 days. But at the end of the day though, man, you're gonna probably see dead bodies and things like that. Like, man, I could have been that dead body there. But you know, I'm serving Yahweh Shema Shai though, and I'm still alive though. You know?
And you don't have to eat every day. Let's say you go 2 days without eating. That's a good fast. And that will kill the impurities in your body and any sickness.
Yeah, because it's detoxing. Fasting detoxes people, you know. But you know, that's the Israelite custom though, man. You know, that's why Cornelius was an Israelite because he fasted though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Romans don't fast, they eat.
They eat, yeah. Those Edomites, right? Yeah, the Edomites though. And fucking look at these Americans though. Did they fast here? Just think about it. Did these motherfuckers fast right here in America? They tell you, oh, you gotta eat 3 times a day. Morning, lunch. They have morning, lunch, dinner, and maybe a midnight snack. You know? So think about it. It's the same people that in the Rome are here though. You know, spiritually Rome. So it's the same people though. You know? Can you get a Wisdom of Solomon 12, chapter 12, verse 53, and can you get a Hebrews 12, verse 8, right? Because that's the thing, right? You know, we understand though, man, that that time's gonna come though, you know? the flesh, it's not gonna probably want it, but spiritually, we're like, yeah, you know, let this motherfucker burn, you know? You gotta let this, you know, this shit have to burn though, you know? But hey, carnally wise, we're gonna suffer though. We really are. Hey, some, you know, brothers are gonna be, what's that, murders, you know? Martyrs? There you
Martyrs.
go. Martyrs, there you go. Hey, with that guillotine, hit the, you know, chop your head off though. You know, this talks about the devil's gonna cast you into prison though, you know? Which is in Revelation 12:12.
You can't be free.
You can't though, because you go in there, man, the devil's gonna have you. Just know, hey man, that could be your last time though. And you gotta start thinking like, hey man, hopefully I serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to the best of the ability, you know? So hopefully I serve him well. And I understand that there was martyrs back, you know, back in the day too though, like Stephen though. And, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. I don't have to suffer through this flesh no more, but you know, that's one way to think, you know. You know.
Wisdom of Solomon 12:22. Therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies, thou doest our enemies, to the intent that we, when we judge, we should tribute him of thy goodness. When we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy.
Exactly. Like I said, you see dead bodies. Hey, we're like, man, I could have been that motherfucker right there, you know? But as long as I'm serving Yahweh Shai, hey, most high's gonna get someone else. What is it saying? What is it? 10 times? 1,000 times worse?
1,000 times more.
More. You see?
1,000 times more, baby.
So that means the most high is with you though, you know? You're hungry, you haven't eaten 3 days, right? But
They heard me 3,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like they can't even get up, they can't even look for food. But you have at least that energy to